TS Madison, I am so proud of y'all, for real. Hi guys, your lady girl from Runaway, where we have culture, conversation, and community, and I am back with a review of the TS Madison Experience that aired yesterday on WeTV, y'all. And I am so excited to come to you all with a quick review of this because, one, I love Maddie. Like, I am here for everything that she gives. And also, two, this is a historic moment for black women, black trans women in television history. Okay, so before I even get into it, we have to talk about the weight of her getting this TV show. Really is giving, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not just like, oh yeah, run of the mill, little quick LGBTQ pose or anything of it. This is a real family LGBTQ family oriented show. And if you don't know why this is so important, girl, where you been? Well, look at me, I'm giving y'all natural sunlight. I never do my videos in natural sunlight because I don't know if y'all can hear, I live on a highway, my apartment is so poorly lit, but hopefully it's gonna do what it needs to do. So typically, y'all know how my reviews go. I like to keep it fun and cute and light, and I wanted to do that with this, but you know, I have to discuss, you know, how super proud I am of this moment in television because, you know, we always see LGBTQ done wrong, you know, the manginas of the Zeus networks, hell, even some of like just the caricature of black gays or black trans or whatever the case. And I feel like TS embodies a different type of trans woman because she's for real. Like, she gives it to you real. Like, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different than the, well, let me not even do it, y'all. I ain't even about to be shady, but we all know Kris Jenner, just not Kris Jenner, girl, Bruce Jenner came out of nowhere. It was like the trans of the millennium, but like she was y'all already know the game ain't fair when you're a black woman, and then when you're a black trans, it's something different. And y'all all know this is a safe space for cultural conversation, so please do not come with the negativity in the comment section because you will get blocker, delete, period. Let's just jump right into this review and let's get into it. So the opening scene is between TS Madison and Tiffany Pollard. They're just talking about like their connection, you know, they have this, you know, kindred spirit, kindred souls ties, or whatever the case may be, and they're just talking about their love for one another. TS gives New York her just due, vice versa. You can tell that they have a really cool, cute relationship. Girl, I'd love to be a fly on the wall in one of their little kiki sessions because TS gives us a lot and New York gives us the most. So it just is what it is. I'm here for it. Love to see it. I can't wait to see how they interact in camera. If you're new or never heard of TS Madison, which I'm sure you have because she's big in these YouTube streets, she does the Queen Supreme Court, and New York has been a guest host on the show many a times, and you know, girl, they carry on. They carry the fuck on. So I love the energy. I can't wait to see how it translates over into the WeTV screens, girl. Is she going to give everything that she was giving before? Well, what we want to see. Anyway, New York just lets us know that she loves Madison and she wants to protect her because her third eye is open. And, you know, T.S. Madison, she got to protect her. I'm like, New York, girl, please. You was just drunk as hell over there on Zeus Network cutting up, girl, with your Pinot Grigio, whatever you had. Poured a 40-ounce pour of wine. I ain't never seen nothing like it. But, you know, let me stop because I love New York. But y'all get what I'm saying. New York be cutting up and we know it. The next scene, you know, they're pretty much introducing the team. Her internet gurus is what she called them. I said, I know that's right, internet guru. I ain't mad at all. And they're introducing, you know, Oliver Twixt, who I love. He gives what he gives. He's such a cute bop. Chi-Chi, girl, Message Ho. And, you know, just the whole gang. My favorite of them all, girl, Miss Craig Stewart. I love me some Craig. I love Craig. I think it's just because I'm a writer, too. Craig just does it for me. He is like that wise old uncle that, oh, I don't want to call him old child, but y'all know what I'm saying. He gives me, like, this familiar, like, father figure. Maybe not father, but, like, uncle figure. Like, he knows, but he's still messy. I love Craig. I can eat him up on a biscuit. But yeah, she's just introducing the team. They all do like their little green screen interviews, and Craig makes it be known like, girl, we are co-collaborators. TS don't making up the pay to pay me to work for her. I just love Craig. I can put him in my pocket for real. They're getting ready for the show, and they're just pretty much walking us through what it takes to produce a show like the Queen Supreme Court. Finally, I was able to see Mo, because TS is always talking to Mo, and I'm like, who the hell is this Nigerian man? I want to see him so bad. So we finally get a little glimpse of Mo, girl, finally. And during this episode, they are filming the show with Miss Sophia. Calm down. I love Miss Sophia. She is so, like, she's just such a joy. I really enjoy their chemistry on the Queen Supreme Court. I keep referring to, because all of these shows are so weird. I watched, girl. I watch while I'm in my house cleaning up, you know, just to hear it. When I need a little bit of entertainment, it's a little bit of my guilty pleasure because I don't really watch TV. Yes, girl. Yes. I know y'all probably hear the highway next to me. Y'all hear cars going by. I live on a highway. Please forgive. And I don't really film in here. Give me a thumbs up if y'all like me filming with, one, natural light, and two, in my living room, because normally I'm somewhere else filming, so y'all can just see the white screen, but all new 2021. So in this particular episode, where they're filming the Queen Supreme Court, girl, the system crashes. And if you are a fan of Maddie's, if you're a fan of the show, you know sometimes they go through those technical difficulties. And if you've been a fan for a while, you already know how much pressure TS Madison is under, because these girls are out here talking. These girls are out here waiting on her downfall, plotting on her downfall, which, you know, they hate to see somebody shine and win. It's just, you know how it goes. And she handled it well, but I was watching, you know, their review on YouTube, and she, you know, the producer lets us know, like, girl, no, TS was really pissed off. Like, you know, who wouldn't be pissed off that their show is not running, and I'm paying all y'all around here to, you know, get me going where I need to go. Not to mention the added pressure of, you know, we all know who that person is, whose name won't be, you know, spoken on this channel. Not while I am reviewing TS Madison show, because just out of respect, girl, that is so old. But, you know, it's an extra added layer of intensity when you know that, you know, people are plotting on your downfall, period. It's just a sound bite, something for them to talk about. One thing I noticed that Miss Oliver, she was keeping TS Madison calm. Like, let's just stay calm. Like, give me a thumbs up. Give me a smile. You know what I'm saying? We can just record it. Like, I like a solution-based chick. This is the type of people that I like to be around. Like, girl, don't come to me with the problems. Come to me with the solutions. Like, Lucky, you gotta chill. The show continued on. She probably made a cute joke about it, and it just gave what it was supposed to give. And, you know, she treaded on through what she was supposed to do. In the next scene, they talk about after the show, and they have like after show production meetings, which I love. She is really giving me business mogul woman that I love to see, okay? And then I love to see Black people working together cohesively, you know, I just love to see all of the images outside of the whole LGBTQ factor, because that's one thing. Just seeing Black people run a business together, you know what I mean, in unison as a family. Yeah, they you know, they bickering back and forth, but you can tell that this is not their first rodeo, that they all have love for each other. These are the image. Y'all, my dog is biting on the battery. I can't. I will never film out here again. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is, it's just good imagery. It's good images of Black people, successful, okay, Black, creative, successful and creative Black people working together to see a desired outcome. Love to see it. Anyways, y'all, so Miss Mary is cooking. She done, you know, have everybody's meals, you know, ready, prepared to go for after the show, which I love. It's so homely and familiar to Black people. But for real, Miss Mary look like she getting cooked. If you ever watch the shows or the vlogs or whatever, you know Miss Mary, she's making whole full meals from her chair. And I never knew why she was in a chair until the show. And apparently she has rheumatoid arthritis, so, you know, Miss Mary keeps her light and cute, but she still gets the job done. So, you know, they talk about why the system crashed. Apparently Craig took the file. Craig was paying them girls dust. Like, yeah, whatever, girl. No, I'm emptying my trash. I'm doing what I gotta do. I love Craig. Craig is a piece of work. He also has a YouTube show too. Him and Derek J, but I've been watching him. He's just been by himself recently, lately. So entertaining. But Craig has a good energy and a good spirit about him, that really just truly resonates with me. But anyway, moving right along. They talk about the show that she saw in Vegas with RuPaul's Residency, and TS Madison wants to do the same thing in Atlanta with the show. Instead of having it in her basement, they want to find a venue and kind of host the show there, you know, with their guest judges and make it like a tourist attraction, which is, girl, get the coin. Y'all giving me Candy Coated Factory. Yes, that's what they are. They're like the Candy Coated Factory, but TS Madison, you know, edition of it, girl. I love it because, you know, Candy is very successful. I can see TS being very successful as well. Even more successful than what she already is. And, you know, I love that idea. If I was in Atlanta, I would make my way. I would want to see. Shit, I want to get invited to the basement. What's up, y'all? Okay, get into it. And the next scene, which was kind of like the highlight of the episode, in my opinion, was between Mary and Miss Mary and Madison. Girl, I was about to say Mary and Miss Madison. And, you know, T.S. Madison is going through her, you know, fan mail or the mail that was sent to her by her support system, the Maddie Mob. I love the fact that she called them a support system because y'all got to understand, when you in this YouTube game, like, people who really mess with you, they really do become a support system. I love that. Long story short, they're joking and got their cute little banter going on. But someone sends Miss Mary a letter, and in this letter, she's just talking about, you know, how just having the, you know, learning about Miss Mary, how she accepted, you know, her daughter T.S. Madison going through this journey or whatever the case really has opened her eyes, and it was just a real moment because, y'all, you have to understand, people in the LGBTQ community, y'all, they really be lonely. I want to say, like, more than what you know. So I understand this whole concept of my found family because I come from an estranged little background too, and some people are my found family, and that really truly resonates. And to see that she has a mom that supports her despite whatever she's done, because it's one thing to be, okay, gay, it's another thing to be trans, it's another thing to be a sex worker. Like, girl, it's a lot. Okay, Miss Mary is right there like, baby, you want this plate of whatever. When it's certain moms, when, you know, moms or dads, when you messed up, which is something silly, regular life stuff, and, you know, you're disowned. So Miss Mary is going to be a beacon of light to somebody if she's not already. If she hasn't already been that beacon of light, now that she's on this larger platform, I just hope, and it's my wish, that so many people are touched and see the love that is there, regardless of your religious background. Because Christian is one thing, but it's people that's Muslim. It's people that feel like, oh, well, it's this, that, and the third. Maybe not even super religious, but it just goes against their beliefs or their ignorant ideals. So it's just an opportunity to bridge the gap and fill in that space for people who are marginalized, one, and then if you're in the black community, you're even further marginalized. And you already know, if you are black, it doesn't even matter. I'm for my people. I'm for everybody black, regardless of whatever. You get what I'm saying? And I just think that that mentality needs to be on the forefront. Everybody wants to see, you know, oh, bit, oh, but when it comes down to it, like, it's regular people behind all of that. Okay, it's people that need their, girl, I'm on my soapbox. Let me stop, y'all. I know that in reviewing this show, so much is going to come up from my own experiences. Just a lot, girl. She's giving a lot, and again, Maddie, I am super proud. I'm proud for anybody who has been on a journey that was by themselves, because it's one thing to travel this road, and it's another thing to do it alone. So they have that really cute moment, and, you know, again, I hope y'all was able to get what y'all was supposed to get from it. Okay, but the letter pretty much just summed up how, you know, the suicide rate is major, the homicide rate is major in the LGBTQ community, y'all, and that's a whole nother thing. Okay, that is something completely different, which I'm not going to talk to because this video will be 30 minutes long. In the next scene, we have Legra, who I've heard her mention that name before, but, you know, it's good to see, like, a name to a face, kind of like Mo. Legra and Craig are walking, you know, or not walking, they're driving around looking for venues for the Residency Queen Supreme show. And Craig is apprehensive, and, you know, the reason why he's apprehensive is, you know, because if the show doesn't succeed in the way that they wanted, then TS is going to be disappointed. And Craig does raise valid points. He's trying to say is being overexposed may lead to low ticket sales, okay? And there is power in exclusivity, okay? I think a lot of people underestimate that, not being able to see it all. Well, girl, I was there last week, I don't want to go this week. And it's something to consider, like how you're gonna have to constantly think of ways to draw people in, to consider when is the high tourist attraction, okay, or months I should say, or like how can we keep this show fresh and new so that way if you've been last week you want to come again this week. There's power in, again, exclusivity. When they were doing it in the basement, it's kind of like invite only. I like that idea, members only club. So always being out there on the corner of Fifth and whatever kind of makes it be like, I ain't going here this time. But Legra's like, girl, if you don't want to get with it, then TS is going to have to find a new show on her. I'm like, ooh, okay, Legra, I didn't know it was like that. And the next scene, they have a cute little, you know, section of the show when TS is on Oliver's neck about, you know, her things. This lady, she wants her things done. And Miss Mary is in the living room, or I think she was in the kitchen cooking as always, and they go into her Miss Maryisms. If you are a watcher of the show of the Queen Supreme Court, then you already have known about Miss Maryisms and the things that she say. Girl, Miss Mary will chop and screw, or in the words of the episode, chop and strew a whole sentence up, and that's what they do. They did a cute little banter. Miss Mary, apparently she was trending on Twitter. Shout out to you, Miss Mary, for trending on Twitter. Okay, she's getting the job done. One thing I gained from that scene is Miss Mary ain't have sex in 27 years, girl, and Miss Mary had to let it be known that the fire is still there. She's just choosing not to act on her flesh. Okay, make no mistake about it. Miss Mary also has a moment where she breaks down the fact that TS Madison left when she was 19. I had no idea. I thought that I didn't know what to think of it. I didn't know that the mom just, you know, was so upset that her daughter had left, or her son left. I'm assuming TS left as a boy and returned as a girl. So she never really kind of had that closure with her son. Or, you know what I'm trying to say. So she became very emotional, and TS was like, listen, sometimes you got to separate to find yourself. And I truly believe that. I was the type to get up and go. Like, I've left my whole entire family, moved to a whole different state, and not just in search of finding myself or going through a transition or anything, but or a physical transition, but it was definitely a mental transition, girl. Get into it. Somebody's calling me, of course. So it's something that I never thought about. Like, I never considered, like, the start of her story. And I know she said she was writing a book or whatever to kind of get into it, but you know, I understand completely. Like, sometimes you gotta be selfish on your journey to self-love, and that's just on period. But I feel like with a supportive mom, you know, like, sometimes you can take a journey and the journey's already going to be hard, but knowing that you have a support system makes that journey easier. And I'm saying this specifically to parents, like, you just never know what your child is going through, and just knowing that you have somebody that loves you unconditionally, because a lot of y'all love be conditional. I love you if you're this, I love you if you're that, and if you do this, I'm not going to deal with you. It can't be like that with your children, because you leave your kids out in this world unattended. So the fact that she left, like, her mom maybe would have supported her that whole time. That's something I just didn't know about her story, which is interesting, because I know a lot of people would love to have that type of relationship with their mom, or just to have their mom be accepting of them. So to just walk away from that, girl, that's different. One of the things Miss Mary really talked about was the fact that I was a mother before I became Christian. And not only that, like, people that are in the church, that are in the religion and into religions, like, you don't have a heaven and hell to put people in. Why are you passing judgment? If I'm not fucking over on you, I'm not doing anything to you, or whatever the case, why are you giving me your ass to kiss? It just shouldn't even work like that. So lead with love. Love always wins, girl. I mean, period. I can see if you don't like a person because they done ran up on you or whatever the case, but to not like a person based on who they want to deal with is pointless. It's pointless when you think about it logically. When you follow the logic, it's illogical. There was a cute, like, blurb of TS breaking down, like, transgender definition, and that was a really cute, teachable moment, because I think that a lot of people on WeTV, or that views WeTV, may not understand what it actually is, what it actually entails. I know a lot of trans people, that shit, they struggle with explaining it. You know, people who are accepting of LGBTQ members of the family or friends still don't have a hard time understanding it. And that's kind of like how I am, girl, because when it gets to, like, gender, non-binary, fluidity, all this. It'd be a lot. I can't. You gotta follow the course of action and be like, girl, if I like you, you like me, we cool. That's all I need to know, because everything else is just like it's a lot. So that little breakdown is cute to, you know, viewers who are in the know, but it also lets me know that they are trying to educate when it comes to this show, which is so rare when it comes to people in the LGBTQ community. Even, wait, black people, it's rare for people to kind of like pull the curtain back and be like, this is a black colloquialism, or this is a black issue, and this is how we feel about these type of things. Kind of like a peek behind the curtain, girl. And I think that a lot of things, a show like this, in good spirit and good faith, should be associated with other issues in the black community. You know what I mean? That could lend itself to things outside of the LGBTQ spectrum. And the next thing, we have Oliver and TS, and they sit down, and you know, it was a cute little moment. TS broke the chair, girl. I didn't realize it's so many different angles, again, because they're curating all of the things that we see. Girl, TS, girl, she got a lot. She's working with a lot. Yeah. So TS was just out there trying to make sure that, you know, Oliver was getting her things together, because I said the lady wants her things. And she raised a good point that when you're talking about current events, you can't be late, okay? Like, I'm making this video today because the episode aired yesterday. Like, you gotta be on top of it, and that's a thing that I can imagine having, you know, a little anxiety about, because I want my stuff to be out when it's still hot and cute and relevant. The episode is ending with, you know, us pretty much, you know, watching a news update about the virus. And this is, I'm assuming, in the beginning, where, girl, it was getting serious and things were shutting down. People didn't know how serious it was. And if you remember in the beginning of the pandemic, girl, everybody was kind of like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute, let me take a step back, because I don't want to catch whatever this unknown thing is. And Chi was sitting there looking like, girl, I'm still going to smoke my weed, I'm still going to do me, I'm still going to pop this puss. And Miss Mary's like, girl, I got this arthritis, I don't want to deal with this, I got so many things, da, 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 da. And TS was just like, mama, let me talk to Chi, let's be gonna work it out, this, that, and the third. And, you know, it's going towards Chi, you either staying in the house or you want to be out there in the world, because you can't be playing with me and my folks, which makes sense. And you really shouldn't be playing with your life, period. The episode ends with New York telling TS that she's not going to be able to come to Atlanta because she doesn't want to fly. She doesn't want to take the chance of catching the virus, okay? And we all know that now everybody is catching a flight to Tulum, Mexico as we speak. But back then, we all knew it was very serious. And people are still cautious about flying. All in all, this episode, you know, was great. It was entertaining. It was educational. It was, you know, giving us a behind the scene look at, you know, TS Madison and her crew of, you know, internet gurus and everything like this. And if you've been a fan of hers, it's refreshing. It's very refreshing to watch. I will definitely be here for episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm super proud, and not even just like because she's a trans woman, she's a black woman, and she's giving us good wholesome TV, but it's funny and it's cute, and she's with her mom, and she's with her friends, and she's with her families, and it's not a whole bunch of because we all know she can go there. Okay, who can't? But I think this show is going to be done in good taste. I'm hoping that, you know, everything stays on the up and up. I will be watching. Give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this review, let me know what you think. As always, I am sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.